Did you know a North Korean animation studio was involved in making beloved shows such as Invincible, Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Simpsons movie, Futurama, Bender's Big Score, and an episode of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Hello YouTube, I'm 99Katanas, and today I grabbed the password katana and remember my password, and we're going to be talking about Korean April 26th Animation Studio, aka Scientific Educational Korea, aka SEK Studio, which is North Korea's state-owned animation studio based in Pyongyang, and as of 2014 employed around 900 people. So why don't we start from the beginning? SEK was originally founded in September of 1957 under the name April 26 Children's Film Studio. So then, after they were created from the 1980s to the 2000s, the studio worked with many foreign animators and companies pretty often, including animation for European television and over 250 foreign animations, being mainly subcontracted for Russian, Italian, French, Spanish, and Chinese animations, and worked indirectly on outsourced American animated shows. So you may ask, what is subcontracting? And let's grab the definition katana. Subcontracting, and the best way that I can describe it is you hire company A to work on your film project. Company A then outsources a portion or whatever to company B to take care of. So you hired company A then hired company B, making company B the subcontracted company. But outside of being subcontracted and outsourcing animation to international companies, they mainly make content in North Korea about reunification with South Korea and being together again and promoting unity and kindness with their South Korean neighbors. I'm just fucking with you. They mainly produce North Korean propaganda as it is owned by, you guessed it, the North Korean government. Now, remember when I said that their original name in 1957 was April 26 Children's Film Studio? They have undergone a lot of name changes since then. So I'm going to tell you all those name changes right about now. So 1957 to 1959, they were Korean Film Studio Puppet Animation Film Research Institute. Then in 1959 to 1960, they were Korean National Film Studio Animation Film Studio. Then in 1960 to 1964, they were Korean National Film Studio Animation Film Production. And then 1964 to 1971, they became Korean Children's Film Studio. See, a little bit more of a name change. And then 1971 to 1980, they were Korean Science Education Film Studio Animation Film Producing Team. Then 1980 to 1986, they were Korean Science Education Film Studio Children's Film Production Team. 1996 to 2013, they were Korean 426 Children's Film Studio. Also, fun fact, the reason they changed their name in 1997 was to participate in an animation festival in France, and they used the name Scientific and Educational Film Studio of Korea, or SEK Studio as we know them today. And then 2013 to the present day, Korean April 26 Animation Studio. The staff of SEK Studio is mainly graduates of Pyongyang Art Academy. They've also built an animation training institute to teach the next generation of North Korean animators. So now that we're talking about the workforce that mainly comprised SEK Studios, let's talk about how many of them, from what limited information there is out there about them, because North Korea is kind of known as the Hermit Kingdom. In 2003, they employed over 1,500 people and worked for over 70 companies from around the world, including Europe, South Korea, China, Canada, and the United States. So at some point in time, they brought in more advanced equipment. Either the North Korean government bought it themselves, or China bought it and then sold it to North Korea at a heavily discounted rate. But anyways, they went from 1,500 employees down to 500 employees before going back up to 900 employees in 2014. They have 11 animation production teams in the studio. 9 of them are responsible for overseas animations, and 2 produce domestic animations. However, in the 2010s, SEK Studio would mainly only work with Chinese animation studios, as they were outsourced for many Chinese TV series, web animations, game graphics, and commercials. And why would they mainly only work with China? Well, because China was really one of the only people that was still friendly with North Korea at this point in time. For various unknown reasons, a lot of countries outside of China don't really want to work or be associated with the North Korean government. However, despite many sanctions from the Western world, in 2014, SEK worked with Chinese companies to create an office in Beijing. SEK Studio has also invested $70,000 in Chinese companies. And now let's talk about controversies, because why wouldn't there be something controversial with a company owned by the North Korean government, right? So in December 2021, the United States Treasury accused SEK Studio and companies / people related to it of exploiting North Korean workers to earn foreign currency and dodge sanctions on North Korea. In April 2024, a server leak revealed that TV series such as Invincible, Ianu Child of Wonder, and the anime series Dahlia and Bloom had been worked on by SEK despite the sanctions. The official account for Dahlia and Bloom stated that the production committee and the production studio were not aware of SEK's involvement. The Japanese animation studio Ekachi Epika, I am so sorry if I butchered that name, stated their work files were used without permission and denied being involved with SEK. It's believed these leaks came from a subcontracted company. And now you know more about the North Korean animation studio working in the shadows, SEK Studios. I'm Nat Nankatana once again. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate the support. If you like it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.